Hi there, welcome to Ottawa Swordplay's Ottawa Drill class for July 10th, although appearing on YouTube a few days after that. Today we're going to be working on actions from the bind in the handshake grip, which basically will mostly happen if you strike with a basic strike and the other person comes to the bind and gives you enough information that you want to move directly to something instead of doing windings or shooting them quite long. I'm just going to move my Pommel over a little bit here. As usual, we will start with some of our foundation actions and motions, and we're going to start with the foot rotation. So weight on the balls of your feet, feet about shoulder width apart, rotate all the way to one side, and then other side and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then the next one we're going to do today is the thumb grip flip. So you're going to hold your sword in the handshake grip and flip up into the thumb grip and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll do the same thing on the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm pretty sure that is the only time we're going to use the thumb grip today. Well, except for doing the windshield wiper, because we're going to be in the thumb grip. So my mistake, but only during the warm-ups probably. So we're going to start in the long grip on the right hand and rotate into half swording and back to the long grip. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left, except for that we're not going to switch grips. We're just going to rotate. 1, 2. Remember to keep your elbow tucked close and your forearm fairly stable. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then we're going to hold the sword in the reverse grip like this, sword parallel to the floor, upper arm parallel to the floor, rotate down and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to switch to the left hand and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and the last one we're going to do, and this will be relevant during the class, is the pulling. So we're going to hold the sword straight out in front, pull back to our left hip, forward, back to our right hip, forward. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're keeping your arms nice, long, and extended and relaxed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so we're going to do 2 pieces of footwork in preparation for the techniques we're going to be doing. The first one that we're going to be doing is just the wide springs. So our spring step is when we do some kind of passing step followed by a triangle step. So if I'm left foot forward, I'm stepping forward with my right foot. In this case, I'm not going to do the hip rotation. I'm going to step in the direction my foot is pointed, more or less, out to the side. And then I'm going to do the triangle step, bringing my left foot back around. And then from here, I'm going to step forward on the line with my back foot again, and a triangle step. So I'm going to start back here, and you can start either foot forward you want, and we will break this into the leaf and triangle. All right? Leaf, triangle, leaf, triangle, leaf, triangle, leaf, triangle, leaf, triangle. It's really easy when you're doing this on the triangle step to kind of lean back. Try not to fall into that trap. I will admit that I am prone to doing that a bit myself. We want to keep our weight evenly balanced when we're at that midpoint. Triangle, leaf, triangle, leaf, triangle, leaf, triangle, 2 more, leaf, triangle, leaf, triangle. All right, and then the other one that we're going to do is we're going to be looking at our triangular gather steps, but we're going to be doing these on both sides. So with the triangular gather, if I'm standing right foot forward, I'm going to bring my left foot forward in my direction of travel, but also around behind my right foot, like this. And then I'm going to bring my right foot forward to realign, all right? And so I'm going to do that twice. Then I'm going to rotate and pass back. And then we're going to do the triangular gather and so on like that. 2 forward and then a pass back. And I'm going to start right foot forward. So triangle step, rotate back. Triangle step, rotate and back. Triangle step, rotate and back. Triangle step, rotate back. Triangle step, rotate back. Triangle step, rotate and 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 back. Triangle step, rotate back. Triangle step, rotate and back. Triangle step, rotate and back. Last set, triangle step, rotate, pass back. All right, so as I said earlier, we're going to be focusing on techniques that are moving through the bind in the handshake grip. And so this normally would be that we're starting with a basic strike, which is mechanically identical to a counter strike. It's just a question of timing. So we're going to start out with 10 basic strikes. So I'm starting in my tower guard, and we'll be doing extend, rotate on the balls of our feet, and pass forward like that. All right? So extend, rotate, step. Reset, extend, rotate, step. Reset, extend, rotate, step. Reset, extend, rotate, step. Reset, extend, rotate, step. That's 5. Extend, rotate, step. Reset, extend, rotate, step. 3 more. Extend, rotate, step. 2 more. Extend, rotate, step. Last one. Extend, rotate, step. So this is our initial action. We're facing somebody, and usually our basic strike is a provocation just to get them to start to do something, and now they are responding. And we're going to start with looking at techniques where they respond enthusiastically, let's say. So we come in with our initial strike, and they bind hard to displace our sword. All right? But we have managed our distance well enough that they're not going to hit us on their initial step, and or they are striking so hard that their point is going past us. And the first action that we're going to look at is going through with the pommel. When I teach going through with the pommel, I usually teach that we've turned into the thumb grip and that we're doing a schnappen. But here, they're coming in and I haven't gone into the thumb grip. The process is more or less the same. So I'm going to drive my pommel forward, and the rotation here is a little bit different because I'm not in the thumb grip. And then I'm going to step, but because of the timing, etc. of this one, I'm going to step wide with a leaf step. Then I'm going to cut around to my right, and I'm pulling the pommel toward my elbow to do that, and I'm cutting in with the long edge. Now, if this is my opponent, I've done my extend, rotate, step, and they're striking hard against my sword. So I'm going forward with the pommel, stepping here, striking either to their head or their arms. But now I want to be safe. So the last thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to do a triangle step and bring my sword up to block in case they come back in. Timing-wise, I can come to the bind, where I can come in, let them strike hard against my blade with the bind, and do all of this. But I can also do it before they hit my sword. It's really situational. So we're going to start from having done this strike, and it will be pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. All right? And we're going to do 10 of those. Whoops. So pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Reset, pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Reset, pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. That's 5. Pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. 3 more. Pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. 2 more. Pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. And last one. Pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. All right, now we are going to put this together with our initial strike, but we're only going to do 5 of these. All right, so both parts that we just did, I'll do the first one slowly, but we're just going to jump right in. So it'll be extend, rotate, step, pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Reset, extend, rotate, step, pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Reset, extend, rotate, step, pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Reset, extend, rotate, step, pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. Last one. Extend, rotate, step, pommel, leaf, strike, triangle, block. All right, so we're going to look at a slightly different one, and this is the pulling. The idea is going to be a little bit different on this one because we do the pulling when somebody is more conservative about controlling the bind, but they still have to not be threatening us. Any situation in which we're at the bind and the person can hit us without stepping, if we move our sword away, no matter how we do it, they can hit us while we're moving the sword away. So for any of these, their point either has to be not pointed at us to give us time, or we need to be far enough away that we have time. So the pulling is the one that we do in our warm-up quite a lot. So we will be pulling the sword. We've completed our step. We'll be pulling the sword to our left hip. All right? And again, my arms are long and relaxed. And then I'm going to extend back across to my right, and I'm going to rotate and step. All right? And that's really it. Now, one of the things to make the timing work well on this, when I do the actual pulling, I'm pulling with my hand on the pommel like I'm about to launch the ball on a pinball machine, and I'm maintaining forward pressure with my right hand, which lets me spring into that extension really quickly. So 10 of these, it will be pinball, extend, rotate, step. Reset, 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 pinball, extend, rotate, step. That's 5. Pinball, extend, rotate, step. Pinball, extend, rotate, step. 3 more. Pinball, extend, rotate, step. 2 more. Pinball, extend, rotate, step. And last one. Pinball, extend, rotate, step. Now, we have a variation on the pulling, which is the pull but then don't. And there's a couple of circumstances under which we might want to pull and then don't. But the idea here is that we start our pulling and our opponent or partner maintains the bind, which may mean that they're actually bringing their sword across and forward, in which case we could just stab them directly, or it may mean that they're sort of extending a little bit more to the side. Now, if I have started my pulling and my opponent is maintaining the bind, I want to stay at the bind because they are more likely to threaten me. It's harder to gain control on the other side. So then what I'm going to do is I'm doing the pull, and then I'm going to do a triangle step. And this changes the angle of my strike, so now I can extend, maintaining the bind, and step. And you can see here with my PEL, right now I don't have a good extension to the face. I pull, I triangle step, I extend, and I step. And I've just changed the angle enough to give me that line. So that's what we're doing. We're going to do 10 of those, and it will be, again, pinball, triangle, extend, step. All right? So, pinball, triangle, extend, step. Reset, 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 pinball, triangle, extend, step. That's 5. Pinball, triangle, extend, step. Pinball, triangle, extend, step. Pinball, triangle, extend, step. Pinball, triangle, extend, step. Last one. Pinball, triangle, extend, step. All right, now this one we are again going to put together with our basic strike. So we will be starting from the tower, and this one I'm going to do with my friend here. So I'll be doing the extend, rotate, step, pinball, triangle, extend, step. All right, 5 of those. Extend, rotate, step, pinball, triangle, extend, step. Reset, extend, rotate, step, pinball, triangle, extend, step. Reset, extend, rotate, step, pinball, triangle, extend, step. That's 3. Extend, rotate, step, pinball, triangle, extend, step. Last one. Extend, rotate, step, pinball, triangle, extend, step. All right. I'm a big fan of that particular technique. You don't always need to do the triangular gather, but it both helps cover extra distance and gives you a little bit more realignment. The danger is if they're pushing the other way, you might lose the bind, in which case you'd rather do a regular gather than a triangular gather. All right, so I have one more technique that I want to do. And I should mention, by the way, like the previous one, it is possible that I'll do my basic strike and I'll see that my opponent is striking near my weak, and then I can do the pulling, at least the version coming to the other side. Wouldn't work so well for the version that we just did secondarily, but some of these we can do without letting our partner come to the bind, if we can see in time that they are not going to be threatening us. This last one is another one like that. It's a little bit risky. It is a variant of the Changethrough that is a falling Changethrough. So having done my strike, again, the person is coming in with strong force against my blade. I'm going to lift my pommel to let my point fall. And then I am going to step, keeping my point forward, and hopefully this will land right in our armpit. So if I'm here at the bind, I lift my pommel, I step to here, but now I'm wide open on this side. So in this case, I'm going to bring my sword back a little bit like I'm doing a bogan and do the triangle step. And so I'm covering my side in a hanging guard instead of an upright guard. So from the boar, it will be lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. All right? So 10 of these. Lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Reset, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Reset, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Reset, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. That's 5. Lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. 3 more. Lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. 2 more. Lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Last one. Lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. It is really important that our forward hand stay high, that we're not pulling our sword down, because this is what is covering us. It also makes everything faster. Now, once again, we're going to do 5, where we're going to add this to our basic strike. And as before, we can do this from the bind, or we can do it before they hit our sword. So, I'm going to string it all together. You know the parts. So we'll do 5 starting with the first one. I'll do the first one slowly. Extend, rotate, step, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Reset, extend, rotate, step, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Reset, extend, rotate, step, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. That's 3. Extend, rotate, step, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. Last one. Extend, rotate, step, lift, leaf, bogan, triangle. All right. So one thing that's common of many of the things that we did today is that they follow the idea that we get from Meyer about the 3 types of hits, or 3 types of strikes, which are the provoker, the hitter, and the taker. And the provoker makes your partner respond, the hitter hits them, and the taker makes you safe. And Meyer feels that every sequence should have all 3 of these things in them, but that they can be in different orders. But for us, we almost always start with a provoker, and then our next ones mostly have been hitters and then takers. So we're provoking the person into a response, they're responding enthusiastically, so we're hitting them, and then we're making sure that we're covered in case they try and hit us back after they're hit, which people hit by swords don't necessarily stop fighting right away, either historically in real sword fights or in modern tournaments. So it is good to get used to covering your line after you've scored a hit. That's it for today. I hope that was useful and fun, and I'll see you next week.